Alright, if you clicked on this video, then you've probably been wondering if John's Island is the right fit for you and your family. This island is one of the most unique areas in all of Charleston. It has a great blend of rural and laid-back lifestyle, but with big city access nearby. Hey, what's up y'all? It's Shawn, your Charleston realtor. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about John's Island to help decide if moving here is the right fit for you and your family. So let's dive right in. So John's Island is located southwest of the Charleston Peninsula and is 84 square miles, making it the largest island in the entire state of South Carolina. Fun fact, it resides in Charleston County. It's known for expansive green spaces, grand oak trees, vast marshlands, and being less developed compared to the other cities in the metro. This gives the island a rural feel, and it makes it an attractive option for people who want that slower and quiet lifestyle and who don't mind commuting. Because the island is so large, travel times can vary a lot depending on where you decide to live. It's relatively close to Folly Beach, but what makes this island unique is that it's also the closest area to Kiowa and Seabrook Island without actually living on them. Both of these islands are known for having incredible beaches and amazing amenities. John's Island is surrounded by the Stono and the Kiowa rivers, making it a great place for people who enjoy water, activities, and nature. The island is rich in history with roots dating all the way back to the 1600s, and it played a significant role during the American Revolution and the Civil War due to its strategic location. It's a great blend of Charleston's historical past with modern growth and development, and that's what I want to talk about. Let's talk about John's Island's location and how it can be a pro or a con depending on what you're looking for. Earlier, I hinted about the possibility of longer commute times depending on where you live on the island. Because it's so large, travel times can vary a decent amount depending on where you buy. If you live in the center of the island, you can expect a 25-minute drive to downtown Charleston and a 30-minute drive to Folly Beach, traffic dependent. So if you're the type of person who values quicker travel times in close proximity to shopping and other amenities, this could be a drawback. It doesn't have as convenient of a location as, say, James Island, but John's Island has more affordable housing prices than James Island. But if you're the type of person who values that quieter and laid-back lifestyle, then John's Island can be a great place to live. It just comes down to what your personal preferences are. So let's get into the nitty-gritty and talk about traffic. This is a hot topic for people who live on John's Island because there are only two roads to get on or off the island. These roads are the Maybank Highway and Main Road. Both of these can get pretty backed up during commuting hours or during tourist season, with an average travel time to Charleston of 49 minutes, according to Uber. Let's be honest, this can be a deal breaker for so many people, but municipalities are working to alleviate these issues. Charleston County just unanimously voted for a $354 million road project at the intersection of Highway 17 and Main Road. It includes building a new flyover and widening Main Road from Bees Ferry to River Road, which should help make travel during commuting hours quicker. And as it stands now, if you're a commuter who goes to an area like Mount Pleasant or Somerville, or even North Charleston every day, then we really need to have a conversation on whether or not John's Island is a good fit. Just being completely honest, John's Island might not be the best fit for you, but definitely reach out to me so we can come up with a game plan. My contact information is always in the description down below. Now, let's talk about the community and the rural feel to John's Island because this is a great benefit of the area. Historically, the island has been a rural farming community, which is why the island hasn't been developed. The county wants to maintain this rural identity and find a balance between new developments and protecting the natural environment. John's Island hosts a variety of events such as a local farmers market, concerts, art festivals, holiday events, and even a strawberry festival. Events like these are great for families and to catch up with friends, which is why the island has a strong community feel. But on the flip side, if you're the type of person who values a wide variety of nightlife and entertainment options, then the island might not be a great fit for you. Granted, these opportunities are only a short drive away, but if you're looking for close proximity to a more fast-paced nightlife scene, then this isn't what the island is known for. Another potential downside of John's Island is the lack of shopping options. There are 2 grocery stores on the island, but people who live here will tell you that the lack of shopping centers and everyday convenience stores can be a pain. There isn't an emergency room on the island, so you'll have to go to James Island or West Ashley to receive emergency health care. However, the island does have some primary care centers around, so you won't have to drive far to receive your standard medical attention. There are some great restaurants on John's Island, but the options are more limited than some other areas in the metro. Some honorable mentions are the Royal Tern and Wild Olive. Again, this can be a pro or a con depending on what you want, but in the rural feel and close proximity to Charleston is why people love it here. I want to shift gears and talk about some popular amenities in the area. If you've been to Charleston, you've probably heard about this, but one of the most notable historic features on John's Island is Angel Oak. The tree is one of the oldest living things in the entire country. It's a massive southern oak that's estimated to be between 400 and 500 years old. It stands about 65 feet tall, but what makes this tree really unique is the enormous canopy of large extending branches that shades over an area of 17 17,000 square feet. So even if you're not thinking about living on Johns Island, but just visiting here, Angel Oak is definitely a place to check out. It's really remarkable. There's also a park here that hosts a variety of events and is free to the public. So if you ever come to Charleston, make sure you stop and see it. Up next, we have Johns Island County Park. This park is over 700 acres and is a popular spot for nature lovers with hiking trails and dense forestry. What makes this park unique is that it has an equestrian center on it with trails and open spaces for horseback riding. This is one of the few parks in the metro where you can ride horses, which is pretty cool. The park also features a disc golf course, a dog park, and picnic areas, making it easy to get out and enjoy nature for the day. Also, if you like the outdoors, the island could be a great spot for you. Earlier, I mentioned that the Johns Island is surrounded by the Kiowa and Stono rivers, which makes access to the water here very easy. With easy access to the water, it makes hobbies like boating, kayaking, or fishing a breeze. There's also camping opportunities on the island, but they're a little bit more limited. If you enjoy golf, you'll be happy to know that there are a ton of courses just a short drive away. Some do require a membership to golf, but the island is close to multiple public courses as well. Now, this wouldn't be a living in Charleston suburbs video if we didn't talk about real estate. As of September 2024, the median sales price of a single-family detached home was $640,000 with the average sales price of $711,000. For townhomes and condos, the median sales price and average sales price were the same at around $450,000. The prices here are a little bit higher than you'd find in West Ashley, but lower than the home prices you see on James Island. So it's common to see people sacrifice the conveniences that come with living on James Island for a more affordable home. People are willing to pay more for homes on Johns Island compared to West Ashley because of that rural atmosphere and large home sizes. Another reason homes here tend to be more expensive than West Ashley is because the island has seen a surge of new construction with several master plan communities. These communities offer modern homes with updated amenities that are similar to resort style living while still maintaining a rural identity. James Island is more known for having those older historic homes compared to Johns Island. I think another interesting aspect of Johns Island real estate is how the area was developed. There are a lot of homes here that are literally on the side of a road and not a traditional neighborhood as you and I would understand it. However, over time, these small back roads have become critical infrastructure for the island, and they're not small or back roads anymore. Because of this, it's not uncommon to see many of the homes for sale on Johns Island on what I would call a busy street, especially if you're looking at the price point under $400,000. But another benefit of living on Johns Island is the flood zones. Take a look at this map. The light blue areas on the map are flood zone AE, which do require flood insurance. The orange and natural looking areas are flood zone X, and they don't require flood insurance. This is important to take into consideration when purchasing a home here because flood insurance is another expense you have to add to the bottom line. The good news is that, relatively speaking, much of Johns Island is on higher ground than what we would see in James Island or West Ashley or even Charleston. While we're on the topic of real estate, let's talk about some popular neighborhoods. The first is Stoneview, which is a waterfront neighborhood located right on the Stono River, so it's a great spot with river views and outdoor activities. The community has a deep water dock, so you'll always be able to have access to the water. And on top of that, it has a community pool. The Villages in St. John's Woods is another neighborhood known for its traditional low-country architecture and tree-lined streets. The Village features homes with larger lot sizes, walking trails, parks, and a community pool as well. Oakfield is one of the newer master plan communities on Johns Island with resort-style amenities. It has a pavilion for community gatherings or to host events. Similar to other newer neighborhoods, it has a community pool as well and some great walking trails. These are just 3 great neighborhoods, and there are dozens more like them on Johns Island. In all, Johns Island is a great place to live that's popular with families. It's a huge island that offers some of the incredible master plan communities and is a great spot to look for newer construction homes, though the price point is about 50% higher than the median Charleston area home. But with lower home prices than James Island, you will have to sacrifice a little convenience, but you'll get to enjoy a little bit more privacy and be in a less busy suburb than what you'll see here in the rest of the Charleston area. Think of the area as a rural neighbor to West Ashley and James Island. So if Johns Island appeals to you, don't hesitate to reach out. I love helping my clients find the right suburb for their personal situation. As always, I want to earn your business and be your resource for real estate here in Charleston. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.